Good morning. It's September 23rd, 2011. Today would have been the 85th birthday of John Coltrane. I'm on location in Pittsburgh. Bob Mintzer's Big Band is doing a Brazilian concert recording tonight. I'm here shooting it. At last night's rehearsal, Bob Mintzer shared with me some of his thoughts about John Coltrane.
Do you remember the first time you really heard Train? Which recording or?
Yes. First thing I heard of Coltrane's was one of his mid-'60s recordings on Impulse. It was just called Coltrane, and it had the tune Out of This World on there, and Miles Mode, right? And I just was floored. I was, it was just this sort of worldly sounding music that transcended jazz or any kind of, it was just something that was all encompassing to me. And the way they played, the sound of the recording, and Coltrane's fluidity, and just the conversation in the band, it was just really remarkable and inspiring. It grabbed my attention. And then of course I went and tried to buy everything he ever recorded, went forwards and backwards. And I was amazed at the progression of his style over a relatively short period, 10 years. He went from, playing in the Miles Davis Quintet and playing sort of bebop-ish, although with that personal sound, to just way out there, but in a very, very specific, concerted way, very systematic way. And, I think he went from sort of the more diatonic playing to his giant steps changes and superimposing those changes on standards and then on like one chord vamps and kind of going from there. And it was just, there was always a lot of rhyme and reason to everything he played. And that really moved me and inspired me. And also just the spiritual side of his being, his playing, and was so powerful, so meaningful. It really, I think that's the pinnacle, really, of saxophone playing, of jazz music, really, that kind of intensity and honesty and deliberateness.
How did you decide to do a big band recording of his music?
It just seemed logical, It seemed like you could get some of that intensity with a big band, and his music was real colorful, and you could orchestrate some of those tunes in a nice way. And, it just seemed like a good focus. It's always nice to have a focus when you do a recording. And that was a powerful focus, Coltrane. So he's the god of American music, as far as I'm concerned.